We're recording.
Yay. And so that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about was, like what I've already repeated this like 3 times. What it's going to take to be successful, like what I think should be part of your daily list and things of that nature. So, Bailey, you can kind of start from there.
Okay. So, I know we all start this business to have more time, make more money, but still in a sense fit it around your schedule without feeling like this is what you're doing 24/7. I do not expect y'all as new distributors and whatnot to know everything down to the nitty-gritty. That's not what it's about. We're here to help you. Please ask questions. That's why we have these chats for y'all. You can literally blow up my phone. I don't care.
Bailey, I already blew up your phone.
You what?
I said I already blew up your phone on the regular.
But I love it, so it's fine. So I guess kind of daily things. I know people are just kind of getting in the swing of it. You don't really know what you're doing. But with Facebook algorithms and now Instagram's doing the same thing. I know before this business, you're probably why do I need to know what an algorithm is? I know, trust me, it's stupid, but it happens. So basically, on Facebook, if you copy and paste somebody else's post exactly, number one, nobody's necessarily going to see your post because somebody else already posted it, but then two, you're canceling out their post so nobody sees theirs. So that's why just being original is really good. And people honestly genuinely know when you thought about it and typed it out versus if you copy and paste something, because people just know how you sound. They know how you are. You know what I mean? And then Instagram, I would say maybe post 1 or 2 times a day. I know that y'all are new, so I'm not expecting y'all to you know what I mean? Be crazy, all know everything. Like I said, I don't want to scare y'all off because I know sometimes that freaks people out because a lot of people join this business and Instagram, social media isn't a huge part of their daily life, I know that's hard to believe, but it's not. But I would say post twice a day on Instagram, if you have time to. Like I said, I want you to fit this around your schedule, but in a sense, this is going to help your paycheck. And the only reason why I say twice is because you're meeting, you're reaching out to basically 2 different types of people in a sense, because people aren't like me and they don't sit on Instagram literally all day, every day, because that's what I do because I'm a loser and I don't have anything better to do. But if you post in the morning, you're reaching those early risers that just scroll through Instagram or whatever as soon as they wake up. Or if you post in the afternoon, the evening, you're reaching that crowd of people too. So that's what I would do. But more than posting above all, if you do not post on your Instagram, post on your Instagram story because everybody sees your Instagram story. Everybody. There's not an algorithm to your Instagram story at all. So literally 1,000 people see my Instagram story, but I get 100 likes on my picture. So that's kind of a huge difference. So if you're not comfortable posting on Instagram or Facebook 24/7 or even just twice a day, whatever it is, just go to your story. And again, if posting is not something that you like to do, go live on Facebook. I know that's super scary. I still get nervous when I do it. I haven't done it in a long time. But if you want me or Hannah or somebody to join in on your live video with you on Facebook, because you can do that crazy stuff now, ask us. We are more than happy to help you out. Go whatever you need, that's what we're here for. So that's kind of the spiel on social media. Hannah, did I get it all?
What was next on the list? I forgot.
I'm not going in order.
Yeah, but what was it another? Oh, and kind of spinning off of that is when I first joined, I posted a crazy person. I was posting, 3 to 5 times a day. And I do think that is one of the reasons that I was successful is because people saw that I was so serious about this. But how Bailey said it is now I work my business completely different than I did in the beginning. So you kind of have to find your groove of what you're comfortable doing, and you know, like what like type of, you're branding yourself. Like ultimately you're not branding this company. Like itworks already has a brand. They already have made a name for themselves. Like at this point, like you're trying to make a name for yourself, like for who you are, for what you stand for. So like when people come to my profile, you know, they know they'll find positive, whatever, like positive things. They'll find positive quotes, or they'll find silly quotes, or they'll find you know, something uplifting. They'll find scripture, they'll find song lyrics to my favorite songs, or they'll find, you know, pictures of me and my husband, and then they'll find pictures of some raps, or like whatever. So you brand yourself and you make a name for yourself. You're not necessarily like, oh, she's just an It Works girl. She's, you know, I'm Hannah Reaves, and then I also do It Works. And so it's just so important to, you know, give yourself a name. And that's what's so important about, like, when she said that you don't want to always copy and paste someone else's post, because you're doing this for you. You're supposed to be authentic. Like you want people to be drawn to you and not, you know, someone else's words. So, you know, even though you might not know always what to say or how to word post, or, you know, different things, find a leader, you know, me or Bailey or whoever, it doesn't matter, that a post that you like, or, you know, a status that you like, you can copy it, but then change everything about it to make it sound like you, and to make it sound like, you know, your words and your meaning, and, you know, how you would talk. And so what else was I going to talk about? Oh, and then messaging. I know messaging is something that's like super scary, especially like for some new people. Like they don't want to bug people. They don't want to be spammy, but I'm here to tell you, like, there are ways to message people with, number one, without being spammy, number two, being authentic, just like we were just talking about, getting your point across, and things like that. So on Instagram, I cold message all the time. I don't know the people, but like Instagram kind of has a little bit different market than just people on Facebook. Facebook is more personal. Facebook is more like, oh, that's my neighbor's cousin's friend. Like it's more close, not just some random girl from Ohio. So with Facebook, I've actually tried a few different things. I message a lot for host to post. So I'm not directly asking someone to, you know, do this business or like try a product. I'm asking them if they would be willing to get free product. And then they'd be like, oh yeah, sure. And then I have them host a post for me. So now my name is out there and the products are out there for all of their 3,000 friends, not just my 3,000 friends. So that's how I do Facebook. And then, like I said, Instagram, I just kind of cold message. And I used to put like a number on it, like, oh, I want to send 50 messages a day or 100 messages a day. And I got overwhelmed. And then I was pissed at myself, like, if I only did 45 or I only did 70 or, you know, if I only did 15. Like, I was pissed at myself because I didn't feel like I did enough. And so now, like, I don't really put an exact number on it. I just message, like, when I have time. And, Brandy, will you respond to that chat, please? Because I can't get off this.
Yeah.
But, what was I saying? Oh, so I don't put like an exact number on it, but I do want to say, like, when you do have free time, when you are sitting in traffic, when you are checking out at the grocery store, or, you know, when you're watching a movie, like, you can send out a few messages, and like over the course of the day, 5 minutes here and 5 minutes here and 10 minutes here adds up to be quite a bit. And then I just answer, like, then I send a ton of messages before I go to bed, and then I wake up to all those messages and I respond to them, and so then I just keep the conversations going, like, throughout the day. Because I'm like super busy, and like I obviously wearing scrubs, so like I work in a hospital, and so I don't always have time to like be responding to my phone and sending out messages, but I do on my lunch break, or I do when I have to go pee, like just 2 or 3 messages here and there, and those are, you know, the ones that, you know, I make a joke out of, and people are like, or I'm like, yeah, I'm like literally in the bathroom because it's been so busy, and, you know, but, you know, that's just, I just put my personality into it. You just have to talk to people like you would talk to them in person. So that's kind of my spiel on that. Bailey.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna go to messaging. If you like you said, messaging, that's all like your own take on it, how comfortable you are with it. Like I'm more like when I first started this business, I'm gonna be super real with y'all. I wasn't like, oh, my new like I didn't feel like I loved all my new distributors enough. I kind of just like pointed my finger at them. I was like, you need to do this, this, and this. But like I don't like that. I don't want to be like that. Like now I felt like then I was making it more like about the money, but it's not about the money for me anymore. It's about you guys, and I want to help you guys be successful and you guys be comfortable and want to do this business forever and make lots of money with it, because that's what this business is for. So like when it comes to messaging and stuff, if you ever need help, reach out to one of us and I will be more than happy to help you come up with a message to send to somebody. Or Brandy does this all the time and I love it because I love that I can help her. If you're messaging somebody or somebody reaches out to you about a product and you're not too sure what to say back because you don't want to scare them off, or you're just not sure because you don't know yet, which is totally fine, screenshot it and send it to me. Like I am here to help you 150,000% all the way to ambassador. Like I don't care. That's what I'm here for. And so, and like Hannah said, I don't want you guys to put a number on the messages that you think you have to send out a day, because that's not what this is about. This is about you being comfortable doing something. And I feel like when you start putting numbers on stuff, you start getting overwhelmed, and that's not fair to you. You join this business for more free time and to still live your life. So that's what I want you to do with it. Let's see. What else? Messaging. Hannah, did you do host to post?
I kind of touched on it, but this is something like I've been doing the past few days. Is number one, like I've been messaging for host to post, but two, like if you ever see really me or Bailey or whoever post about like, hey, I have like 50 free samples to give out, who would like a chance to win some free samples or whatever, and comment below, and you get like 50 or whatever comments, like we're messaging them saying, hey, like I saw that you were interested in the free product, you know, do you want some more info? And they're like, yes. And you just say, all you would have to do is post to post for me on your wall. Any order. What?
Sorry, I had to burp. We can send y'all the whole thing like through host to post from beginning to end. Okay, like don't think that you have to come up with that yourself. Like that, this is what we're here for. We are here to help you and just make sure that you're successful at this. Like I just want to make that super duper clear. Keep going.
Because like I feel like me and Bailey have learned the hard way on a lot of things, and we've really learned a lot of it together, and we really know like what works and what doesn't, because we're both very successful with this, and we've made a lot of money doing this, and so we know the grooves and the in and outs and what not to say and what to say. So like we want y'all to come to us, and we want to help y'all, because like she said earlier, for us it's not so much about the money anymore. Like we both joined for $50, $100 a month, whatever, and we have well surpassed that, and we've met our goals. And not saying that we don't continue to strive for more, because we're both wanting to go like, you know, double and triple. But however, our focus now is not on us. Like we've made our money, we've met our goals, and yes, we've set new goals. But our focus right now and our convictions, I feel like from the Lord, really for both of us that we've talked about, is to help our team be successful, and help, you know, each and every one of y'all meet the goals and earn the bonuses and promote to the ranks that would change your life, you know, like it's changed ours. Because me and Bailey are like going to the top in this together, and we're going to take who wants to go with us. Like we have tried to like force people to see the vision and force people to see like, you know, what is so great. And, you know, if people don't see it, like, I feel like we both are kind of like, okay, if you don't see it, like, that's fine. But we want the people who have that drive and that grind, and who are like, we will do whatever it takes to do this and to make a difference in our family's life. And so that's really, you know, why we are focusing so much on individual people and helping them be successful and earn these bonuses and promote up, is because like we know what it did for us, and we know what it can do for you, and we want to help you do that in whatever ways that means. And so, sorry for the little rant, but I feel like that needs to be said. But anyway, for host to post, like, we have the whole templates, and I normally do cleanse, keto, coffee, and hair, skin, and nails. And I've been doing them the past few days, and my potentials list, because I keep track of them, has grown by like over 40, because I have like 7 or 8 different host to post going a day. And I have several customers, hopefully, fingers crossed, that they sign tonight. And so that kind of leads me into the next thing is like when, you know, people tell you they're going to order, or people tell you, you know, that they get paid on this day and that they're going to, you know, place an order or join your team, and then they end up changing their mind. Like, it's okay. It still happens to all of us. Like, it doesn't mean that we throw in the towel and quit. Like, oh, no one wants to join. Like, you just have to be, you know, persistent and keep following up and keep being like, okay, well, what's the next day that can work for you? Because it happens to all of us. It's not just because you're new. It's not because you said something wrong. It's not because the company is bad or the products suck. Like, it's just people are sketchy and people like back out. And, you know, we live in a society where, you know, it's okay for people to back out of commitments, even if they said that they wouldn't. So don't take it personal. You just have to like brush it off. Like I said, it kind of happens to all of us still to this day. If I had everyone join an order who said that they would order, I would freaking be a black diamond at this point. But that's not how this business works, and it's not how it's ever going to work. So just keep that in mind as, you know, you work your business and do follow up. So
yeah, like I don't want any of you to ever get discouraged, because every single one of you on this Zoom right now are on my team, and I want you to raise your hand of how many of y'all signed up the very first time I talked to you. Exactly my point. So don't get discouraged. It's fine. And I just want to talk about like your mindset, and I feel like that's like where a lot of like discouragement comes in. Something that I like to do, I am so busy all the freaking time, but something that I like to do is I like to listen to podcasts. If I'm in the car, don't get me wrong, I still like to jam, but I like to listen to podcasts. I just think they're very like uplifting and just get you in the right mindset. Sometimes I like to free journal. Like, I'll literally just get a piece of paper out and write down everything that is going through my head. And I feel like that just really like clears your head, your conscience, like everything. It's a very good thing to do. If you're like religious, read the Bible, like whatever it is that's going to make you like in a positive mindset, go for it, because that is going to help you so much. Let's see. Online parties. Don't freak out. It's okay. I'll do it for you. If you want to do an online party, I am more than happy to help you to do it. So is Hannah. Basically all it is it's a Facebook event. We can do it one of two ways. We can post like a thread of posts, or we'll post, you know, some posts here and there, but mainly like I can go live in it for you, or Hannah can, like whatever it is. And you'll invite obviously like your family, friends, like on Facebook. Tell them they don't have to go anywhere. They can sit at home in their pajamas. I don't care, because I can't see them. And I feel like that's a very good way to just kind of like get your foot in the door and just have people knowing what this business is that you're doing, number one. And I feel like that's where a lot of people get discouraged, because truthfully, people don't know what this business is. They don't really know what you're doing. So that's why a lot of times people say no. But when people say no, it's no for now. It's not no forever. And I want you to have that in your head all the time. I think I just hit 3 things. So you can go, Hannah, because I'm losing my train of thought right now.
And that's kind of like sums up, like, I know this is kind of like sporadic, but, you know, and especially for those of y'all who are pushing for promotions, and, you know, Brandy, you're pushing for a $5,000 bonus, and Michaela, you're pushing for that $1,000 bonus, and, you know, Davin, you're wanting more people under you and growing your team. Like, it's going to take, like, this business is not hard. It's very, very simple, but it's not always easy, if that makes sense. So there's going to be times where, you know, and I've been here, Bailey's been here, where you get discouraged and you get down on yourself, and you're, you know, and you get in those little ruts where you're like, you know, why isn't this happening for me? And that's okay. like Bailey said, that's where the personal development and thinking positive and all that kind of stuff comes into play, is because, you know, there's so many times, okay, like if you were a nurse or, you know, you're a teacher or whatever, you're always going to have times where you don't like your job and it gets hard and it sucks and there's parts about it that you hate, but it's your passion and you love it. It's kind of the same thing of this business. Like, you know, there's parts of it that I don't like, but I love everything about this business, if that makes sense. I love everything it's done for me. I love everything that it's going to do for me. And so, like, you have to keep that in mind, like, when you are going for these promotions and it's grind time and you feel like it's impossible to make these promotions. Like, when I look at a triple diamond chart, like, it makes me want to throw up. Like, but I remember looking at a diamond chart. I remember looking at a ruby chart wanting to throw up. And now those things have happened. And so it's just your mindset can evolve. And so, like, when you're going for these ranks, like, I'm not going to tell you, like, it's always going to be easy, because it's not. You know, promotion months, I know for me and Bailey personally, have always been so stressful, but in the end, they are always so worth it. You know, when you see that, you know, extra $500 on your paycheck, or you see that comment in your paycheck, you know, it makes all the hard work and all the stress and everything that you've put into it so worth it. And kind of like with that being said, like, you know, it's going to take work. Like, you're going to have to, you know, message more. You're going to have to post more. You're going to have to put yourself out there more, like, when you want to grow your team and when you want to go for these promotions. And it's not always going to be comfortable, but, you know, nothing great happens in your comfort zone. Because every time I've done anything worthwhile and worth, you know, that has made me successful has been when I am not comfortable, and it makes me extremely, you know, nervous to talk about, and just all those different things. Like, that's when you know you're fixing to do something great. And so, like, that's what I wanted to say for those of you who are pushing towards these promotions. Like, it may feel like you are so far away, or, you know, that it's impossible, but let me tell you, like, if I, you know, have met some of the promotions that I have, you know, in the past, like, you can go ruby, you can go emerald, you can get this volume. Like, nothing is impossible with this, as long as you put in the work and you put in the effort and you have the mindset and you're like, I am doing this. Like, I promise you, if you know, God's plan and God's vision for you will, like, prevail, if that makes sense.
I mean, that just goes back to, like, Ruby and, like, executive and even Emerald. Like, I feel like those are promotions that happen when you're still, like, very new, you're very green, and you really don't know everything yet. And like I said, those things are 1,000% fine. So that's why, like, I've been saying this whole time, like, I just want to love on you guys, and I want y'all to ask 1,052 questions. I don't care. Because that's the only way that you're going to learn, and that's the only way that you're going to promote. So even, like, if you guys going for Ruby, hit Ruby, but you feel like you don't know everything, like, that's not uncommon. I'm about to be a double diamond, and I feel like I'm learning something new every single day. Like, it is fine. So, yeah, I was going somewhere else with that. I don't know. Hold on. Power hours. I love power hours. If you're a busy person, if you have kind of like the same set work schedule every day, like whatever it may be, power hours are for you. And kind of what I like about power hours is typically they are very small like this, because we do have so many power hours. We have 10 minutes.
I know.
We do have so many power hours scheduled throughout the day that there's probably one for you that you can hop on. And honestly, like, as newbies, don't get me wrong, I would love 1,010% for you guys to get on a power hour every single day. But I know that's something that's not possible for everybody. So power hours basically is an hour of just us getting on Zoom together as a group, because I feel like that helps a lot of people out. And we basically just work together. Like, we give each other tips that we're doing. We tell each other what we're doing, like, every 10 minutes or whatever it is. And we all just get so much work done. Like, we post, we message. Like, whatever it is, we're telling each other what we're doing. Or if we found out that, this host to post works like so good right now, like we're going to tell it to you and you can go use those things, because at the end of the day, you growing your business is growing everybody else's business, and like your distributors underneath you, if you can reach out to them and be like, hey, like I was on this power hour, the next one you should get on, but here's what I learned from this one. You're helping them, they're helping you, you know what I mean? Like, it's just this ongoing thing, and you're constantly learning stuff. You're constantly growing your business. And I feel like really at the end of the day, you're constantly growing your mindset, because you are initially like catching that vision in a sense. And like, I don't know. It's just a great thing.
Oh, and one more thing I wanted to touch on. This is kind of random. I just thought of it. If you're going for a promotion this month, you need to print out your chart. I keep track of all of my team's charts, and so does Bailey.
Print out.
And yes, we will always do that. However, y'all are, you're going for these Ruby and Emerald promotions, so it's time for, like, not that y'all aren't, but y'all have to be leaders at this point. Like, even if, you didn't sign all of your team, or, distributors were placed under you, those are still your babies. They're still my babies. They're still Bailey's babies too. But it's now your job to reach out to them, to ask them if they need help. Like, the best way for you to be a leader is to just be kind of thrown into the position, and to do it yourself. And like I said, like, you can lead someone and still come back to us for leadership. That's how, I was a leader early in my business, but I still went to Bailey or went to Jordan or whoever, and asked, the question to their question, and then told them. And so it's now your responsibility, because ultimately, like, they're part of your paycheck, and they're going to be what's making you successful. And so form a relationship with them, and, grow that relationship.
And I want to hit on this. This is something like super important that I want to hit on, because I have a girl on my team. She, like, with this deal that was going on, she was trying to go diamond. It didn't happen, which is 100% okay. You do not hit your goals. Don't get discouraged. If that's like the main thing that you get through your head on this Zoom, like, praise Jesus, because don't get discouraged about anything. This is a growing process. Like, you're going to get to the top. Just stay, like, focused, and you can do it. But she signed up a new girl, and that girl signed up a new girl. Like, it's just this ongoing thing. But her new girl had messaged me and sent me a screenshot of her new girl. She's like, like, I just have a bunch of family stuff going on. It's just not a good time for me to do this right now. Like, I can't focus on it. And this girl was, like, kind of getting mad at her. And I just want to tell y'all, if you're going to get mad at somebody for quitting, you're looking at that person as a dollar sign, and that is not okay. This business is for you, for everybody to help each other, and for everybody to make money. But most of all, I want everybody on this team to be friends, to help each other. You don't even have to text each other about this business. Like, just talk to each other as friends. Our group chat that we have on Facebook, that doesn't just have to be an itworks chat. Like, I want you guys to grow the friendships that I've grown through this business, because I now have my very best friends that I would never have had before if it wasn't for this. So the point of the story is, if you ever have somebody quit, or they just feel like, like, I can't do this right now, that is okay. Because honestly, it's probably a blessing in disguise. So I just want you to just wrap that person in love, and just be like, hey, like, that's fine. I'm here for you. Like, what do you need from me? Is there anything I can do to, like, make this process, like, easier for you that you're going through? Like, whatever it is, be their friend. They are not a dollar sign to you. And I that's one thing I cannot stand, when people look at other people's dollar signs. Your customers, yes, they make you money, but they are not dollar signs to you. Those people are trusting you to help them lose weight, like, whatever it is. They trusted you enough to sign up underneath you. They're not dollar signs. You need to take care of them. Distributors, same way. Even, like, your sideline sisters, like, just take care of them. Love them. Be friends with them. That's, like, yeah. Anything else? Because we have 4 minutes left.
Look at my arm. I got get my mosquitoes. Do y'all have any questions? I know it's kind of been like around the clock of what we've talked about, but
Actually, you know
I
what?
just kind of wanted.
I want everybody to put in the chat, like, one thing that they are going to take away from this, whether you're, like, a brand new distributor or, like, you've been in this business for a minute. You can either unmute yourself or put it in the chat, but I want to know one thing. Whoa, excuse me. That you guys are going to take away from this. Anybody?
Ooh, I'm excited.
So I know I'm taking away from this, y'all. That I love you guys. Anybody?
I'm just gonna tell my y'all better be typing.
That was hateful.
I'm feisty today. It's fine. Okay.
Brandy, I'm going to reach out to my team more, whether I sign them up or not. Yes, that is how you create
Golden.
Like, you don't want to be like a diamond or a double diamond or like whatever it is and literally have to talk. Like, obviously, you're going to talk to everybody on your team, but you just want to have that person below you that can be like, hey, do this. And the person that's below them be like, hey, do this. That's just how you build that layer of leadership. And that's how Hannah has gotten to where she is. I mean, Brandy, that's how you've gotten to where you are so far. Like, just trust in the process and reach out to your team. Like I said, love on them and just teach them what you know, even if you don't know everything yet. Like, it's fine. Anybody else?
Michaela, Leah, Davin.
Any questions?
What are y'all taking away from this?
Davin, I'm definitely going to do some following up and try to message some more people. You go, girl. You got it. If you need help, literally, you can ask me. You can send it to the group chat. I'm probably cutting out because my internet connection is unstable. But yes.
Yes, Michaela.
Trust Hannah.
Girl, you so much deserve this.
Yeah, like
you're freaking going Ruby.
This is something like I don't ever want y'all to give up on because I truthfully know like what it can do for you. Okay, and like I don't want you to ever feel like you're alone because we are here for you. You have a huge team like here for you. Just reach out to us because we at the end of the day like we can't read your mind. This is about to end, so I love you guys and I hope that y'all learned a lot from this.
I love y'all. Please message either one of us if y'all have any questions or you want to do power hours or anything like that. We are here for no matter what you need. Yep. And we're always up super late. And yeah, so I love y'all and thank y'all for hopping on.
Bye.